Hello there. I'm Josh. This is Alex. We are the target audience. Content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think it's specifically made for us, and we hope it's made for you as well. Today, we're watching episode 12 of Firefly, The Message. We've had a ton of fun with Firefly, especially the last few episodes. I've really loved. It's been like some of the best TV I've seen in a long time, and it's from 20 years ago. Really enjoying it. It's our first time watching the series, if you're new here. But yeah, Alex, I've been excited basically all week since we've watched the last episode, Trash, to get into this one.
Yeah, someone actually pointed out in our comments, like, I like how you guys, like, we're going into it, it's like, oh, we'll just rotate Firefly in every so-and-so. But now we're like, nope, every week we got to watch, we got to get this in. It's incredible. And, like, I love when I watch a show and it's like, it just keeps you on your toes, like, subverts your expectations in a good narrative way. And it's like, especially, like, bringing in past characters, like when Yolanda or Saffron? Yeah, Saffron came in. It's like, this is my wife. And, like, I rewatched the clip at least like 10 times today of me going, yeah, man. I'm excited to just jump in.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the comments on that last episode have been great to, you know, kind of look through, of course, as always. Well, one thing I thought was interesting was that, you know, I had commented in the last episode, I was like, oh, just a little bit of silver lining of this getting canceled early. Maybe it was for the best because all the episodes of this one season are either decent to good to amazing, and the show didn't go on long enough to become mediocre. But a lot of people have commented and, you know, brought up Joss Whedon's other shows that haven't been canceled that did get to go on a long time, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then there was also another one, the name escapes me right now, but he had a couple other shows that went on for quite a long time, and they said those are also really good. And I'll have to take their word for it. I haven't seen any of those, but yeah, I do think it would have been interesting if we got more of the show, but I do think it's one of those what-if things. We'll never know, but we do know that we've loved these episodes so far.
Yeah, let us know if Buffy the Vampire Slayer is worth a show to watch on here. Like, I remember like seeing it on TV and passing by as a child. I'm like, I don't care about this, but you know, hey, let us know.
Absolutely. And Angel was the other show that I read in the comments. Okay, so if it's your first time here, like we said, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can check all of our reactions to Firefly, as well as the movie Serenity that we'll watch after we finish the series, and everything else we watch here on the channel, including Star Trek and a bunch of other things. So subscribe, become part of the target audience.
Ooh, a little Blade Runner type shot here.
Behind this curtain is the very secret they do not want you to see. Proof of alien life.
I think in our first reaction I mentioned, like, are there any aliens in this futuristic society?
Yep, it's a cow fetus.
Guess so. Does seem to have an awful lot of limbs.
Oh.
I really know how to show a girl a disgusting time.
There's still going to be a thing, huh? I thought they gave up on that.
I was just going to say, like, oh, we're going back to this little thing. I like it.
Tell me more good stuff about me.
You're kind of a genius when it comes to machines. Every other girl I know is either married, professional, or closely related to me, so...
Dude, foot in his mouth every time.
That's a hell of a thing to say.
I was joking.
Oh, no, I get it. I do.
Just because you helped out on the job, don't make you a crook. And I will not have you jeopardizing your career over this.
She had a little taste, now she wants more of the criminal life.
It's from my mother.
So, do aliens live among us? Yeah, one of them's a doctor.
Did you order any equipment?
Thank
No,
you
sir.
for the credits you forwarded. They have helped, as Maddie is still sick with the damp lung.
What if Saffron jumps out of that box?
It just comes back again.
Oh.
Hope to hear from you soon. Love, your mother.
My grandmother recently knitted me a hat, so that's hitting me right here.
Let's hope we get some funny hats, too.
Someone sent him a dead man in a box?
What'd y'all order a dead guy for?
Well, I was right about it being a person, I guess.
Interesting. What you said about Saffron, that'd be hilarious if she was just like a regular character in the show, but like at the end of every episode she gets like, captured or something in some way, and then at the beginning of every episode she shows up in a new way. But she's in every episode.
So basically it's like the Rocket Team from Pokemon, where every episode she gets blasted away,
Yeah.
but they're always back in the next one.
But it's always some ridiculous entrance, like shows up in a box or like something ridiculous every time. Whoa! Flashback! Ooh, maybe he knows this guy from the war?
Hey man, when you're hungry, you gotta eat.
Oh, Zoe saved his life.
First rule of battle, little one, don't ever let them know where you are.
I'm right here.
Of course, there are other schools of thought.
I like how Mal isn't fully matured here yet.
Yeah.
I don't want to die here. Forgive me saying, this rock ain't worth it.
Everybody dies, Tracy. Someone's carrying a bullet for you right now, doesn't even know it. The trick is, die of old age before it finds you.
Wow.
Well, it's definitely him.
That don't make any kind of sense. Zoe?
I got nothing.
Human transport on a postal route is very, very illegal. If anyone even knows I took a corpse in, I'll lose my franchise.
We're taking him on board?
We are.
We got it.
Interesting that Preacher was the first one to help out, being a religious fellow.
Did we get something fun?
It's like every time he has it right there and then just says the worst thing.
You are such a boob.
She just called him a boob?
Yeah, she's normal this episode. Goes back and forth.
I mean, I respect that you guys have a history, but what are you doing?
If you want me to do a proper autopsy.
Cut him up? Robot.
I almost prefer if they didn't have anything at all. This is too painful.
Yeah.
Hi, I guess. This is a message for Zoe and for Malcolm Reynolds. Falling in with untrustworthy folk, making a bunch of bad calls. I expect to be shuffled off. And you two are the only people I trust to get me where I'm going, which is home. When you can't run anymore, you crawl, and when you can't do that, well, yeah, you know the rest.
So how did he know to record that message? Like, did he kill him? Like, what killed him?
I think he was just expecting to die soon because of the people around him.
Yeah, but I want to know, like, the cause of death, like, was it...
Oh.
Did the people that kill him just leave him behind? It's like they just left the body there, and, like, there's very little scarring or evidence of how he died.
Yeah, true.
Can I help you?
You are an ugly-looking little quib, you know that? Where's my body?
I don't know.
The dead guy. He got shipped here.
There was a crate big enough for one. I mean, I did hand that over just a little while ago.
Lovely. Who got it?
Give him the wrong name.
Malcolm Reynolds.
Damn it.
Where do you suppose he's off to?
He captains a Firefly.
He sold on him.
Skunk, light him on fire.
No,
Oh, no.
Tell anyone we were here. Warn Captain Reynolds that we're coming, and you'll wish that we burned you. Boys, let's go find us a corpse.
What a flex. Holy shit.
I thought he was done for sure.
I thought he was going to do it, but I think it's even cooler that he didn't. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Me, I see a stiff. One, I didn't have to kill myself. I just get the urge to, do stuff. Maybe get some trim if there's a willing woman about. Not that I get flush from corpses or anything. You gonna read over me when I get taken down, Shepard? Oh, shit. What the hell are you doing?
Very comfortable.
I guess we do all have different reactions to death.
It's true.
How could he possibly?
Oh, the colonel was dead.
Bonding. Yay.
Tracy's wearing the damn thing on his face.
He didn't glue it on.
Staring the old man down, wearing his own damn mustache.
Well, the colonel must have said something.
Of course. Oh, good happy scene.
That was like that was like an Aquaman explosion.
This is Lieutenant Womack of Allied Enforcement. You are in possession of stolen goods.
Lassiter.
That was quick.
Do you think Saffron tipped them off?
Nice callback.
Oh!
Been a lot of mistakes, Captain. The latest of which is you taking that crate. I will blow you to pieces.
And I'll take a look here, see if anything matches your description.
Police procedure has changed since I was little.
So it's interesting. He's supposed to be like a policeman for the Alliance, but he kind of just does whatever the hell he wants. So you're probably right.
Hold on. You just said I'm probably right. Can you say that again for the recording, please?
You really think there's something in there?
Using corpses for smuggling is a time-honored, repulsive custom.
I really hope in the last 15 minutes this guy just wakes up like...
Oh, well, he's not going to wake up now.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Try for a dead fella.
Settle down!
Oh, he got a good cut in there, too. Before he woke up.
What were we just talking about?
Hey there, Zoe.
Private?
You feeling my calmer now?
Yes, Sarge.
The drug you took to make it appear as though you were dead. Remember what it was called?
Well, that answers your question. How he got out of there, he just took a drug.
You want to explain to me exactly why you got yourself all corpseified and mailed to me?
Well,
Captain, I don't mean to. This man appears to be in cardiac arrest.
What? Tracy, you having a heart attack? You don't look like he's having a heart attack.
It's not just the heart muscle, it's everything.
all the moving parts. That's what I took, Mal. That's what they want back.
Tracy, you gonna tell me what in the chin show dough you're talking about?
Sure, Sarge.
Uh-oh.
Hear that? Oh, little wrench, little monkey wrench in that little relationship between the Doc and Kaylee.
You're smuggling human organs?
They're grown in a lab. The only way they can move them is in a person.
So they want River for her brain, and this dude for the organs he's got in him right now. What are they building, a superhuman?
Showed up. My new buyer was dead, and there were some men waiting for me.
So, you died, and figured they'd stop looking for you.
Yipper.
Well, they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, the organs are still in there, even if you're dead.
About done being stalked. Ow! Mal!
He ain't dead.
Oh! How far are we to St. Albans?
A lazier TV show would have just one kept going on. Like, oh, wait, what's going on? But they gave him that moment to freak out.
Oh, that looks nice.
Ooh, you see those clouds?
Yeah, that was nice. Oh, nice little maneuver.
There. Now, I shut down the main power. They might not read our auxiliary under all this.
Why aren't we moving?
Probably part of some genius plan to give the feds the slip.
Well, we're just gonna bomb this whole area. It'll hit them eventually.
Direct hit above us, ship's electrics will be fried.
Captain said to stay put.
I just want to see what's happening.
We're cornered, outgunned, and it's only a matter of time before they find us. Let's call them. Let them board.
Give ourselves up.
We let these men board, we're taking an awful chance. These boys ain't playing, Preacher.
Oh, no.
Wash, call the cops. Tell them we give up.
No, thank you. All right, we need to power up. We need to run, now.
Put that thing down, boy. You have no idea.
Oh, shut it, Shepard.
Wash, call the cops.
But I'll kill him. I'll put a hole right through him.
Do it.
No!
Oh.
You shot me.
Damn right.
Yeah, it's her fucking husband, you idiot.
Kaylee, get out of there!
No!
What if he was like, I have to get back to my wife, my beautiful red-headed wife. What?
He has to throw in that detail just so we know who it is.
Just so we know, yeah.
You know, Kaylee, I need you to fly me out of here. Can we take this shuttle?
Here comes the doctor to make the save, right?
You brought this on yourself. Got in over your head with those stone-cold gut runners. Then you panicked.
Do you know why I picked you and Zoe? Because you're saps.
You hear that quiet? Means the call's already been made.
Well, that call means you just murdered me.
Nice.
No, son. You murdered yourself. I just carried the bullet a while.
Oh, referencing his line from earlier. He was the one carrying the bullet for him.
Well, now. Somebody left the dog off the leash.
Well, Mac, I think I broke your junk.
Little problem during shipping.
That's great. That's great.
You won't be searching the ship, Womack. That's so? It is. You won't be taking us in. Why is it you didn't call in for backup? There's a Fed station 80 miles from where you're standing. I don't imagine it would bother anyone if we laid your bodies to rest at the bottom of one of these canyons.
It's damaged goods anyhow. That makes you look like an idiot.
Oh, no.
Not his mom's hat. Come on.
What a badass moment for Shepard.
Yeah, I'm glad they gave it to him.
That was a good plan.
I think so.
You gotta let this guy die now, right?
I never could get my life working right. Not once after the war. Kaylee, I'm so sorry. I didn't. When you can't run, you crawl. And when you can't crawl, when you can't do that.
I'm sorry, I don't feel any emotion towards this because he was an asshole.
Yeah, I'm not that connected to it. I more so feel sympathy for Malcolm and Zoe because they had to shoot and kill their old friend.
Tell my folks I wanted to do right by them and that I'm at peace and all.
Oh, wow.
I know I've said it a million times, but look at him in all black. He's Bruce Wayne. He's the uncasted Bruce Wayne.
Hey, target audience. If you want to watch this episode in full along with us, check out our Patreon, where you get access to every reaction we record in full and uncut to be able to sync up to the episode. You'll also get early access to our YouTube videos and be one of the first to be able to watch them before they're published on YouTube. There's also a plethora of exclusive content on Patreon, take part in polls to decide what we watch next, extra segments of whatever this is, and much more. So check out our Patreon, the link is in the description. I will say first, just to get started, I wouldn't put this episode on the same tier as the last few that we've seen for me personally. There was definitely some great moments, but kind of like what you said during the death scene of Tracy's death scene, I think you kind of had to have more of an emotional connection to that character, or at the very least, more sympathy for the situation with, him and Mal and Zoe, and I did have some connection to that, but I wish I would have connected a little bit more to it. I'm not sure exactly why that is. I mean, the actor did a fine job. The character was fine. They put enough backstory into him, but it just didn't hit the heights that could have for me as an emotional moment. So to end the episode like with his funeral, it's a nice touching moment, but it just wasn't a home run for me. Beyond that, a lot of cool stuff in the episode, a lot of cool moments, and I really enjoyed it for sure. It's a good episode and probably one of our best reaction moments when he awakens from that that comatose state he's in. That was I'm already excited to watch that back. But outside of that, I mean, I do think it was a little bit weird. The story with Simon and Kaylee still continues to just be a little bit muddy. And then she, he pisses her off. She totally falls for Tracy, like is smitten, absolutely. And then because he ends up being an asshole, now she's just going to go back to Simon and be good with him. Like, it's just a little bit sloppy there, in my opinion, at least for this one self-contained episode. But yeah, a lot of good moments.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's on me. It might be a predictable moment that Simon gets the kill on this guy. And part of me is happy that they didn't do that. But it's like, okay, you're subverting my obvious, in the moment expectations of, narrative. Oh, it makes sense if you would do it. But it's like the fact that they did hold hands at the end, Simon and Kaylee. It's like, well, is she only holding his hand because he was evil? It's like, I just wish there was something like to give some more points for Simon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, well, he's gone and he was an asshole, so I'll go back to the other guy who was less of an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like what he said at the beginning, joking about her being the only girl. Then she got mad at that. But then by the end, it's like, oh, well, does she only like him because he's the only guy available? I don't know. It's just I've never really liked that storyline. They're both good actors, and like when they interact with each other, it's good, and the writing is good. But they haven't given it enough time, and unfortunately, this show, gets canceled 2 episodes from now. So it's just not my favorite story.
Yeah, and that's in my mind. I'm like, okay, this story is developing very slowly, but I know it's going to run into a brick wall. So it's like that's always in the back of my mind. Preacher Man, love that Preacher Man. I'm glad they got to showcase his skill here. I mean, we didn't learn anything more about him, but we know he's like here to play. And it's like I'm glad they chose him to be the guy to be like, you're not going to do anything. We know you're rogue. You're not actual cops. There's no backup. There's a station 80 miles from here. What are you going to do? And they're like, But I really love the world building of the first planet they were on. It reminded me a lot of Blade Runner or even Star Wars, like Coruscant, like just like this city, billboard city, and it's like everything's so fast moving. Like all that was fun, and like just dumb little moments that just for entertainment purposes, just like Jane getting a hat from his mother. Like how cute is that? And he's like throughout the whole episode he's wearing it, and he takes it off for like special moments. It's like all that stuff was fantastic. River laying on the it's like, lay on the casket. Yeah. Maybe because she knew beforehand that he was actually alive, maybe. Yeah. Oh, but overall, yeah, this episode is definitely not as good as the last one, in my opinion. And like Inara, like her whole thing in this episode was just like shooting the shit with Mal and Zoe, but then it's like, then they they crash into something, and all of a sudden she was gone for the rest of the episode. You notice that?
Yeah, well, Zoe was gone, you're saying?
Inara was gone.
Oh, yeah. Everyone just disappeared at random points. Like, once Tracy wakes back up, Simon is gone for the rest of the show until the funeral. River lays on his casket and then is gone for the rest of the episode. It might have showed her at the funeral. I didn't notice. And then Inara disappeared too. So it was just kind of odd because they weren't like written off. They just I guess they didn't have time for them. And that could be, just a nitpick here, but I especially noticed it with Simon because they put so much into the story with him and Kaylee in the first part, and then once this Tracy guy comes in, I'm thinking like, oh, it's going to be this love triangle storyline, but then like, oh, we don't have time. He has to turn evil and he has to die, so just forget about Simon. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of interesting. And
yeah, I mean, I get it. Not every character has to be, like full function, on the screen at all times or in every show, but I would like a little explanation as to why. I mean, when Inara was gone for that one episode, she's like, oh, she's with this client, this female client, and it gave an explanation, not like her in the first 10 minutes and then like no reason why she isn't part of the rest of the plot. Because is Inara just sitting in her room, just felt the bump, when they crashed, that little thing? It's like, oh, that must have been just like an error bump. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, for sure. And to be fair, this is our first time watching. Maybe something was said that we missed, or we were talking over, like that. Those things happen. But I definitely didn't catch anything. But at the end of the day, like I said, I still really enjoyed this episode. I mean, we're talking about a 4-star episode here after watching us, 3 or 4 5-star episodes. So I mean, it's just, a little bit of a come down, but still really enjoyed it, and I'm still really excited for these last 2 to see what happens. In terms of the shooting of Tracy, I actually really liked that it was Malcolm, even though they did the Simon story. I like that it's Malcolm because of that writing of going back to the flashback where he's like, someone's carrying a bullet for you right now, they just don't know it. And he's talking about himself without realizing it. So then he ends up shooting him and, referencing back to it, something along the lines of like, oh, I was carrying, a bullet for you or something like that, referencing back to it. That's the brilliant writing that makes this show so great. All right, well, that's our thoughts for The Message. Let us know, is this one of your favorites? Maybe you can defend it a little bit more than what we're saying here, but it's not that serious at the end of the day, so calm down. We still enjoyed it. But let us know if it's your favorite or you disagree with anything we said, and let us know why. Or if you don't like this episode at all, let us know that too. In the meantime, if it's your first time here, make sure to subscribe to the channel, watch all of these episodes, as well as everything else we watch here on the channel with us, become part of the target audience.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching along with us. I'm Alex. This is Josh. We are the target audience. Content is made for absolutely everybody, but we think specifically made for us, but hopefully for you guys as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one, all right?